What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Modine, and I'm back again with another video right here. So let's get straight to it. Charlie, this weekend is gonna be amazing. You all know Richard Ni Ama Quaye, the CEO of Bills Credits. Formerly known as Quick Credits Loans. Quick Credits. Those people where you go take loan from, they go kind of throw stones and things, and they have such a reputation in Ghana for being ruthless when it comes to taking their money back. And a lot of people might think this is inhumane, but hey, in Ghana, we do not have um, a registered way, right, of doing things, trusted way of doing things. Let me put it this way. So almost everyone that lives in the country are not really tied down to any specific address. You understand? Unlike the Western areas where even just by seeing someone's number plate, you can link them to where they live and all those kind of stuff, right? It is not like that when it comes to Ghana. It is not like that at all, right? So it is pretty difficult to trace people. And so because of this, when you are establishing a business that deals that has to do with trust, right? Where you give money to a lot of people, you need to find ways and means to get your money back. Whenever you put the money out there for people, you need to get with ways and means to get it. And so some of the ways might not be necessarily good, but for the society, for the jurisdiction they find themselves, it must be the best one. And I believe when they find themselves in other trustworthy areas, they would adapt and they will change. But as it stands right now, even with the whole Ghana card thing that we are doing now, that is gradually bringing some sort of credibility to the system where you can trace people to their addresses and all that, there are still problems with it, and that needs to be addressed. You understand? I am of the opinion that Ghana card should be given at birth. So, for example, immediately a child is born, you should actually apply for them to get a Ghana card. You understand? And this card will be valid until maybe they are 10 years old, when probably the child's face might have changed a lot and all this kind of stuff, and then you switch, right? It is the same way. Ghana card at birth, passport at birth. These are things that are very essential so that we keep a good, how do you call it, registry of our kids, for the future. These things will help. You understand? And why are we talking about bills? We are talking about bills and Mr. Ni Ama Quaye because of another Charles Ni Ama Mensah. One is from Jamestown, the other is from Quaye, Ghana, and they are all Ghana brothers. You understand? And one person's song motivates the other to be able to achieve more. But hey, in their chosen spaces and their chosen fields, they are all doing amazing. One decided to be a musician, the other decided to go into business, and he does a lot of things. When it comes to business, this guy has an amazing track record. I mean, he is the founder of what we know as Quick Credits, but also he champions Quick Angels Limited. I'm reading a few things here for you. Quick Angels Limited facilitates startups, right? And so let's say you have a business where you're doing good, you can be able to go pitch your idea to him, and if it makes sense, they would fund you, and become partners. Such is the story of Pizza Man Chicken. Pizza Man Chicken, the one that has, I think, currently about 100 different locations in Ghana. The only Ghanaian company to be going through that phase right now. They are in charge of Pinkberry as well. This is the person we are talking about. And not only that, they are also the people that brought in Burger King to Ghana. So this man is behind that thing. And there are some other businesses that you may not know. Ridge Medical Center, for example, Doman Foods. I think they also partner with Doman Foods, because I've known Doman Foods for a long time. They actually have been sponsoring one guy on YouTube, one of my very good friends, Ni Yemo. Yemo, big ups to you wherever you are, man. They used to sponsor his channel until I don't know what happened, but it's one of them, right? Then you have Gold Coast Food, then you have Herbs and Spices, and they also the main people behind Sankofa Natural Spices, right? And then you have Benji and Duke Rice, and then you have let me say Zakonot and other ones, right? A lot of things that is going on in their lives. Now, the guy's favorite song is Charles Niyama Mensah's Life Changer. Now, if you guys don't know who Charles Niyama Mensah is, that is Shatta Wale. And so, Charlie, Shatta Wale's song Life Changer is amazing. It's a song that was released about 7, 8 years ago. And it's a very brilliant song. Currently, it sits somewhere around 750,000 views. It's a very spiritual song. It's a song that communicates deeper with you and gives you that motivation that, Charlie, no matter where you are, it's like, that's an affirmation of Shatta Wale just looking at his life and saying that, Charlie, people look at me and they say I'm a pauper, right? But look at me now. My life has changed. Everything around me has changed. You know? And it's a song that keeps telling about when I was suffering, when I was going through my dark times, when I was going through hell, nobody gave me water to drink. You understand? And such is life. I mean, when right now that this man is out there trying to celebrate his birthday in a lavish way, a lot of people are now cooking up stories, what he's doing and what he's not doing, all kind of stuff. See, his businesses, quick credits, right? They have other branches across Africa, but with the name Oya Credit. Now, Oya Credit is in Nigeria, it's in Tanzania, it's in Kenya, I think it's in Sierra Leone. This is where they are going. And you can imagine, last year, I think, and this year, they said their main focus for Pizzaman Chicken was to expand in Ghana, and they are everywhere. I mean, personally, I've eaten at one of their locations in Cape Coast. It is just opposite the University of Cape Coast, UCC. And then there is another one at Aflao. Yeah, Aflao, yes, right there. I've eaten at those two locations, and I've seen a few other branches, but these are the two places I can confidently say I've eaten there and I've experienced what they have. I think they have a very good service, and so far everything looks well in place, right? And so this is not somebody who just popped out of nowhere. Quick Credit has been around since 2011, right? They've been building, and this is someone who has a man like UT boss Kofi Amwabin as a friend, right, or a mentor. And Kofi Amwabin, we know, is one of the guys, a military guy, ex-military man who, how do you call it? UT Financial Services. One of these ruthless companies that was also everywhere in Ghana. The story of UT is amazing. It's amazing. And I'm sure if you are friends with someone like that, you will learn a thing or two because it's the same space, And basically, I know one of the times when Kofi Amwabin was telling his story, he was sharing a story that, hey, in Ghana, you can't really trace people. So they had their own map system. And the map system was so different. When people come to take loans, they go with you to your house. They try to script things on paper. They take note of all landmarks within the area and all that. And with that, dealing with numerous people. Now, currently, Bills, or Richard Nikwe, Ni Amakwe, says they are dealing with about 300,000 people. 300,000 clients. And so now imagine if just 50,000 of these people live within Accra. The proximity, right? And everyone is telling you where they live and you are drafting it on paper. Charlie, that's a comprehensive map you can't get anywhere. Not even Google Map can give you that. You understand? Not even Google Map can give you that. And that is the type of brains that Kofi Amwabin carries, But of course, we all know what happens with politics and all that with the UT Bank. Now it's nowhere. It started as Unique Trust Financial Services. They were even having a car depot where when you come for loans and you didn't pay, they'll take your car and sell over there and all that kind of stuff, right? So it is a thing to wait. I think it's high time that we respect people for what they do and what they put out there. Now, this guy has gone through a lot and he's made money, and he decides to splash $25 million on a private jet and also splash $4 million on a Bugatti. That alone is 29 mil. And to be spending around $2 million on an event for today. The birthday itself was yesterday, 21st of March, right? And oh man, the guy is 40 years and he's doing amazing. I like the fact that he's not just one of these young guys, you don't know what they're doing. I mean, when you mention names like Abu Trika, right? We know Abu Trika has money, but what does Abu Trika really do? You understand? But when you mention a name like Ni Amakwe, you can link him to Oya Credit. You can link him to how do you call it, quick credits or bills right now. You can link him to Burger King, you can link him to Chicken Man Pizza. There are a lot of things that you can link him to. And that is what we are talking about. Someone who is in the frame, someone who is doing stuff. And he's a young guy. And for him to say that, Charlie, I've done a lot. And it's time to say thank you to myself at 40. Man, it's a life to live, man. 40 years. And being able to boast of what he has right now, and being able to throw a lavish party where you are inviting top artists in Africa to come. Wow, Charlie. So far, Davido has landed, Diamond Platinums has also landed. I think Shatta Wale has also been billed for the event and all that kind of stuff because of that song. So imagine, Shatta was saying that if you see him performing anywhere this weekend, 600K entered his account. 600,000 US dollars entered his account. And it's going to be for one song. That is amazing. Now, don't forget, way back, I don't even remember the years, but I think it's about 10 years ago or something, Shatta Wale bagged 40,000 US dollars to perform one song. Yeah. My youth, mellow yourself, my youth. You have to listen when me talk. Me done. You know that song, right? Yeah. When Shatta performed at the AFCON, the CAF Awards, 40,000 US dollars just for one song. And Shatta keeps saying he has money, and everybody keeps saying he doesn't have money and all that. Then boom, $2.5 million mansion, and boom, 500,000 Rolls Royce. Then boom, 300K Lamborghini. These are the things, He has it, he's doing it, and we need to applaud people like this in the society. That Shatta Wale song, Life Changer, boosts a lot. So if you're a young person out there and you're watching this video right now, I'm saying this thing. See, if you're seeing someone's success story today, do not be quick to judge them. However, sit back, learn a thing or two about their story, and know how you can change your story right now into a better one. That is all what it is. Even if they went through a bad means, look at the positives that came with the bad means that became a success for them, and learn it. And maybe you might be able to pick the right lessons and move your life in a better direction. You see, we can never make different decisions if we were in the same shoes that people were in at a point in time in their lives, right? The challenges, the problems they faced, you understand? We only see the decisions that people made, but not the choices they had. That is, we can't tell. Any human being we see out there, like Shatta Wale, you see why Shatta Wale behaves in a certain way. You see how he will come out to say things in a certain way. We see how Bills, Richard Ni Quaye is spending lavishly on his 40th birthday and all that kind of stuff. That is what we see. But the choices he was faced with to come to this point, we never saw it. You understand? So as young people, when we see things like this, it should be a motivation factor for us to push out there more, to learn a thing or two from some of these things. Charlie, it's a gathering of the rich. It's a gathering of successful people. It speaks volumes to what sort of a network you should have as a person. So who do you have on your call list? Who are your friends? The life you're living right now, who can you call a friend? When it gets hard, who do you call to advise you that this advice is a solid one, this advice is not biased, this advice has my interest at heart? Those are the things we should be concentrating on. Those are the things we should be looking at. But damn, money na swine. Man, just on the event alone, this guy is spending maybe close to about $5 million, man. Charlie. Tough one. I love this, man. So Charlie, big ups to you guys. I love the fact that this guy is employing a whole lot of people. When you look at Kenya, you look at Ghana, you look at Nigeria, he has employed a lot of people. And that is what life is about. Create businesses, employ people, be impactful, and overall, enjoy you. Live your life to the fullest. My name is Modine, and like you always know, peace.